Well, here we are again. So, back with the MiSTER board. I still haven't fixed my stream chat yet, which is I need to go fix at some point because I know it's gonna be not great. I need to get that fixed, but I do have the restring window open, so that's fine. So that'll fix that part of it, which isn't too bad. So anyway, on with the MiSTER board that has new cores and whether they're working or not. Let me just double check something because I want to see if the BBC Micro one is working. Yay! That's quite good actually. So, whilst we have a look at this, we will define the micro buttons. So, right, left, down, up, fire. No, I do not. Actually, right, left, down, up, fire. No. Save those settings. Right, so we can exit this. Find a game to play, might as well, whilst I'm here. What game are we going to play? I'm not playing Airwolf. I don't want to rip my hair out. Banana Man? Really? You're a banana man. Must eat 40 banana sandwiches a minute. Each one eaten counts as a hit. Extra points for eating peeled bananas, and mystery point for attacking Ethel the cat. If you stand on a spider or run out of time, you find yourself surrounded by a blue box, then lose a life. If the grid disappears, you may only shuffle the blue box around. Running for 4 seconds, enjoy your lunch. Right, okay, let me just see if I can get this on. But it doesn't even have Banana Man. No. No matching games found. Okay, whatever. So I've got ZX and it's up down, which is / and let's have a look, see if the joystick works. Probably not. This is not the Banana Man you're expecting. Okay, so it's only keyboard only. I can't remember why the I can't remember why it's not why the grid's going everywhere, but don't know. Can't go through the blue. Got a feeling. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. I thought it would. Just thought I'd test it. Oops. Yeah, I kind of get bored of this one. No, it's not what I wanted. This? No, this is way too... Sorry. I will see if I can reset it. There we go. Brilliant. So, yeah, Banana Man is not what I thought it would be. There is that one. Which one did I try? Was it this one or this one? I can't remember. It's Barbarian, but that's not really a BBC game. What does Beverly Hills Cop look like? Want sound? Yeah, go on then. Please wait. Oh, this is from the... Is it throwing me into it right away? Oh no, it's a demo thing, I think. Oh, okay, so it looks like it started me off straight away without telling me anything. Joystick doesn't work. Okay, so the keys are not set next. Yes, they are. Okay. So this is the level in the is it Atari ST version? Where you get to drive and have to shoot the is it the vehicles? So I'm using enter to shoot here. I think if I slow down a bit. So is that guy gone? I'm assuming yes. Go down a bit, and then cast. Problem is, as soon as you get to the side, it just crunches the car. So yeah, that's an interesting game. Let's try blockbusters. Let's go try Domark's one. No, this won't be a Spectrum, sorry, not a joystick game. Definitely a keyboard game. So one player, game for one player. There you go, and the computer. Selecting questions. Letter P. What's the height of a musical note or the field for it's a pitch? Can I jump in? Yeah, I knew it was a pitch. What means tuned in, turned into stone, but might also describe unprogressive attitude? Offense? No. Don't know. Ossified. Okay, I didn't know that. Choose letter D. What D is a bad sheepdog or a sausage dog? Bad sheepdog. Is it Dachshund? See, I can't. I'm assuming I've got to wait until the computer screws up because I don't know how to interject. Okay, whatever is the form in which snow falls? Flakes? That's not it. Well, that'd be fine, but I couldn't interject. Space to play. See, I didn't choose a letter. What N indicates a married woman maiden name? Don't know, but I'm still not able to stop the timer. Knee. Oh yeah, of course. I've seen that before. B. What B are skippers, red admirals, and swallowtails? They're types of birds, I believe. Butterflies? That was wrong anyway. Oh, it's the Deerstalker one by Sherlock Holmes. Come on, let me answer something. Oh, okay, so that's how that right. So I'm pressing the Alt key. What was the Deerstalker one by I don't know. That's fine. But at least I know how to answer now, so that's good. V. What V is to harden rubber biochemical means, often adding sulfur? I'm not sure, but no, I don't know. You can have that one. Vulcanize. Right, let's try and beat the computer this time. Space to play. One player. Okay, so now I know what key to press. Choose that V. What V are major cavities of the heart? Is it ventricles? Yep. Choose a letter. I'm gonna go for a P, please, Bob. Well, P was an Egyptian astronomer and cartographer in the 2nd century AD. Ptolemy? Sure it's Greek though. Ah, okay, I was correct. Thought he was Greek. Okay, choose a letter. Where do I want to go? Do I want to go Y or Q? Let's go S. Don't fancy a Y or Q. What S goes before Billy season and mid? Not sure. Spring? Summer Billy? Spring? I'm gonna put spring. Oh, okay. Silly Billy, of course. Oh. Well, O has a reputation for wisdom and hunts by night. Well, that'll be easy because that's an owl. Let's go for Y this time. Well, Y was part of the sailing ship's rigging from which men were hung. Not entirely sure. Yardarm. Oh, I didn't know that. That's fine. Yeah, computer goes for F. What F is the biggest bone in the leg? It's femur. Hope I spell it correctly. Yep. Choose a letter. Let's go for another awful one. Let's go for Q. What Q is a voice with a shaking or tremulous quality? Quiverson, possibly? Quavery, okay. Going for T. What T is a jeweled headdress worn by women on grand occasions? That's a tiara. I could spell it correctly. Choose a letter. Let's go for M. What M is a fine grated reddish wood used by cabinet makers? Is it mahogany? Mahog. Yep, it's mahogany. So now I'm gonna go C. Evening Lecter. What C is said to cry hypocritical tears? Crocodile, isn't it? And Travis, no, this is the BBC Micro. Choose a letter. Well, the only thing I can go for is W now. See what awful question I'm going to come up with. What W is a town in Hampshire with a cathedral and a stable said to be King Arthur's? Watford, possibly? No. Winchester. Fine. Yeah, there's no way I was going to get that. I did pretty well considering now that I found the answer key, for crying out loud. Let's see. Let's have a look what else we can play. Because Blockbusters was a fun one. Right, we're up to the B's. So it was Blockbusters. BMX on the moon. What the fucking hell? In this game, you control a moon cycle, which you must use to patrol the surface of the moon. There are many rocks on the ground. You must accelerate and try to jump over them. Oh, this is basically Moon Patrol, isn't it? But with a BMX instead. Yeah, I think I know what this is. So ZX, shift and return. I'm just hoping that's correct on my keyboard. You've got that BBC card hooked up to the rail, babe. Yeah, where did I pick it up? Yeah, I think I picked it up from. Is it a place where they did the DLL and stuff? Because the weird thing about this on the MiSTER board is I had to turn this into a proper VHD. So what I did was, because it doesn't, like in other emulators where you can use the floppy disk drives. Well, when this one you've got to use the actual, it's like a virtual hard disk, which is annoying. So what I've done is I've taken, it's got support from MMB, but you can't actually load it physically. So what I've had to do is I've had to go and push it through WinImage to save it as a to save it as a custom image. And then save it as IMA, and then change the IMA to VHD, just the extension. And it's working now, so... Yeah. Of course, if you've got any suggestions of games you want to play on the BBC, you can fire away. I'll see if they're on here. I've got a lot to get through tonight, I think. I've managed to put some more arcade ROMs. I've put 1942 and 1943 on. Whether they'll actually play or not is another thing entirely. So let's have a look. So ZX, shift and return. Spacebar. Which moon do you want to patrol? 1. That works. That works. You actually did the same. Ah, okay. Come on. Yeah, I got it. So it is actually shift and return on my keyboard, which is good. Because sometimes they can give you keys and you're like, well, where's that supposed to be on my keyboard? It's all very well when it's on the actual hardware, but... What on earth is this? I suppose I should have read the instructions, but never mind. But I gathered it was going to be Moon Patrol anyway. Oh, I can shoot those. That's weird. It's got some nice explosion effects there. Ooh. Oh, I can go straight over them. I didn't know that. I didn't realise until the last minute. Oh, but I can't. Okay. Maybe I managed to get over it for some reason. Can you actually hear the sound okay? I just want to make sure that you can hear it. just want to reset this. I don't want to change the VHD. All is well, cool. Because I'm using, I think you said you're using OBS Studio. I've moved over to Streamlabs OBS, and with mine I had to make sure it picked up the input, because it's going through HDMI. I had to add in the audio input capture, and that's what picked it all up. It took me 30 minutes to work it out, but I eventually did. It's excellent sound and visuals, well balanced. Thank you very much. Any suggestions for letters or anything like that? Or games? Lord of the Rings. I don't want to play a text adventure because I just want to get through some actiony stuff. I mean, it's Friday, so Bounty Bob Strikes Back. What does that look like on this? Press R to run. Because the ZX Spectrum version of this is quite nice. You want Streamlabs ODS, I want to check that out as well. Yeah. Boulder Dash. Alright, I'll play that next. Press space to play. Gotta be quick on this one, yeah. And I completely missed it. That's his jump. BBC does have a funny way of doing certain jumping. Using the enter key, for example. But I suppose the enter key is quite easy to get to with the layout they've chosen. I know I've missed some areas. I'm going to go back and pick those up in a bit. Still got plenty of time. And unlike the Spectrum version, that should have that slide should have taken me down very quickly, but he didn't quite manage it. Alright, let's complete the rest of this. Oops. It's very particular. Let's see if it'll let me get this piece here. Okay, with the Spectrum version, that will go down and take and select all those quite easily. So maybe it's just the way that this got coded. Oh, and the changing of the enemies is very fast. A lot faster than the Spectrum version. Oops, yeah. Not great. Usually what'll happen is I'll jump down here and get this guy first. Sadly got to go watch you later, I'm dead tired, have to catch up on some sleep. Yep, no problem. Thanks for turning up and see you soon. Come on. See if I can grab that. No, I can't. Damn it. Okay, that's enough of that. So let's play a bit of Boulder Dash. Yep, got it up there. No, just one player, thank you very much. So press space. Yes, okay. Can I use the... Can't use the joystick. Standard controls, that's fine. It's always good when the controls are done in such a way that it's almost standardized, so you can just pick up any game and mostly do get into it pretty much. Oops. Of course, whilst we're on the BBC, I can't not play Repton. Right, I don't want to go down that way because that was a stupid way to go down. Oh, fuck. Give me a sec. Just letting someone know that I'm playing on the BBC, and whether she'll turn up or not, I don't know. Oh, that was stupid. I'll have another game at that. It's always enjoyable playing Boulder Dash. It's even better when you don't mess it up. Yeah, what was he saying about messing it up? I'm doing a bit better now. Famous last words as usual, but you know. Right, I think I got to here last time. Do you know what that was? Is that an extra life or something? Give me a sec. Doing pretty. Ah, it's got through that cave. That's good. Oh, I remember this one. I've played this game before, but I played it on a Spectrum, I think. I do remember this one being very strange. Because it's more like... It's more puzzly, I'd say. When you're meant to press right, you end up pressing down instead because you're an idiot. Right, let's try this again. What on earth is that? The other thing about this game is very quick to respond. I don't know if that's an actual thing or... Down this way, that way, okay. I think that's it for the diamonds around here. There's this way. Yeah, that's right. So if I take this one out, that's fine. Maybe that's indicating the end of level? No, possibly not. But I gotta find it now. Because I think that solid diamond's gone for this level. Oh, is it the same? Okay. Well, it's in the same area anyway. Very garish looking. At least it shows a different level. It's very reminiscent to Repton, sorry. I think I've buggered myself. I know. Oh no, I've not. I'm fine. Oh, I have now. That was silly. Right. That's me trying to be cocky and think and get away with it. Right, next game. Let's have a look. What else can we play? Chopper 2. What's that all about? Up, down is ZX, A to Z, sorry. Space, reverse, shift, and return, thrust and fire. Hyper. I've got a feeling this looks like... Yeah, I thought so. It was going to be a Defender clone. But I think it's more based on Defender 2. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Which is fine. Might be a button that I should have pressed, but I was like, no, I want to play Jackie against Egg anyway, because that's always a good classic VC game. I think I'll play one more game after this, and then I'm going to switch to a different core. I'll try to see if the 1942 and 43 are working. So, K to change keys. Oh, I said K. Oh, there we go. And so we've got AZ. I didn't even see that then. Let's try and start it anyway. One player. I think I've got the right ones. Joypad don't work, but I was correct on the left and right. Space to jump. Which I won't need yet. Sugar. Ooh. So the first two levels of this I'm usually quite okay with. The issue comes in on the next one where you've got the platforms to jump on, and they're very difficult to jump onto them. Right, so these oh wait, make sure I press the space bar when I need to, because otherwise things will go wrong. So it's quite lucky there. You can't just fall off the elevators either, because you'll just go straight down, and that's not a good thing. That was a stroke of luck. Yeah, complete miss. But luckily, I don't have to collect all the eggs again. Oh, come on. so the other two are over there. Oh, come on, I pressed space there. Jesus. Too early. There we go. So that's that one. So one last game on the BBC. Oh, can't delete, never mind. But it is showing this is working quite nicely. Let's have a look at Gauntlet. It's always a good classic. For keyboard or use a joystick, that's good. And put joystick on, keyboard off, so we can actually have a joystick board, a joystick game for once. See what this looks like. So Smart Bomb is caps. Hyperspace. Hang on a minute. This looks suspect. And the joystick isn't working. What a surprise. Yeah, no. I thought this was the classic arcade, but it isn't. Right, alright. It's time to shift to a new core. Let's try this one. I'll take that as a no. Maybe this one. No, okay, so I'm gonna have to find out why those two aren't working and check those later. That's fine. It says load ROM there. Alright, whatever. Let's reboot this. And go into the arcade, because the one thing I did put on this where's it gone? Let's try that. Because I did notice it did the conversion that Jim Bagley did, which was Pac-Man Manic Miner. But I can't remember where I saw it. Maybe it wasn't in the alternatives. Here we go. Here we go. So let's sort out the buttons. Right, left, down, up, fire, start 1p, start 2p, press coin, sheet. Now I don't want alternative and I want to save those settings. So let's put some coins in. This is quite a nice version, actually. Ooh, bit tight on that jump though. Oh, that would have easily made it. I'm usually quite good at Manic Miner. That's better. See if we can get to the top part. Or do the top part at least. Because depending on how it's done, it can be quite tricky. Put another coin in. So I can turn the music off by doing this. No? Okay. Oh, it says Joy 2. Okay. Can't seem to be able to activate it at the moment. Yeah, this ain't gonna go anywhere. Completely messed that up. Turn on my fan a minute. Apologise if this is... If it's a bit annoying on the fan, let me know. Just, it's a bit warm in here at the moment. Don't know whether I'm going to make this okay or not. Shit. See, it depends on a lot of differences on different conversions of how the menagerie works. Because the way I do it is I wait for a certain time before I jump. But this is not quite the same. Plus the birds are a lot slower. That's fine, that's done that one. This should be fairly simple. Okay, that wasn't simple. This is going to be a very interesting version. See how this works out. Hiya, Pavel. Yeah, I'm not sure how to turn the music on this, off on this. It says to use the Joy 2, but I don't see how. See, if I press Joy 2 and open, it just doesn't do anything. So I have to persevere with this. I do find it quite impressive that this has been done on Pac-Man board, which is pretty good. Yeah, that wasn't a bad version. Quite nice, actually. So, new call. Did I put anything in the... Oh no, I did put stuff in the arcade stuff. I just didn't show you guys because it wasn't working. So, alternatives. Berserk, revision. I think it's this one I've got. Yep, there you go, it's working. Coin. So I'll just switch to the analog mode of my joypad, because D-pad on this feels very weird. And there's auto. Ah. So yeah, that's Berserk's very it's very nice core. Works quite well. Of course, it would help if there was a good player for it, but that certainly isn't me. On the arcade version, I have gotten to, is it light blue, but not very often. Knew that was coming. There you go. Right, anyway. Next one. What else did I put? Oh, I know what I put on this. Set 1 or is it set 2? Put the keyboard part down for the moment now. I do enjoy a bit of a bomb jack. Ah, shit. Really not doing well at this point. Let's try again. Usually okay at this. Because when you make stupid mistakes. Get the power. Should be able to, yep. Right, so I'll be able to go up to here. That's that. No! Jumped at the wrong time. Right, let's see if I can make a better version of this. Sure, I've got some credits left. I do, okay. Right, let's not cock this up this time. Ah, I'm sure I pressed jump. I've got a feeling I'm going to get copyright kicked for this. Because I'm sure that's the Beatles. Hiya, Sam. Ooh. Try and get another life, possibly. No, I'm gonna do that. Ah! Shit! Oh no. This is Bomb Jack on the arcade cores that I've managed to get working. Well, I suppose I did a little better, but not too much better. Right. So in both cases, got to round 5. Shift onto another core that's actually working. So, what did I get working? Aha, the Mega CD. Which this did not do the last time. Right, so we've got a few ROMs here, and I've made some changes to the ROMs because they wanted QUE. I've got ISOs, but on one of my image burning things, I can create CUEs from the ISOs, and this is fine with it. The other thing I've put the CD-ROMs on here because some of these cores are US and some of them aren't. So we'll start off with Final Fantasy CD. Yep, AD&D, that's Eye of the Beholder, so that is, it's more like a Dungeon Master clone. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's start with Final Fight, because that's always a good classic. I think I can. Yeah, I can. In fact, let me just update. Excuse me. Let me just update the stream. That's the new game putting. Now, last time I played this, it kind of stopped partway through, so it'll be interesting to see if it works okay or not. Okay, no problem, thanks, sir. I almost resorted to Streets of Rage mode, then tried to do the uppercut, and then forgot I was on the wrong game. I don't need that yet. Take the hamburger. I'll take that actually. So we'll come up to the end boss here of this area anyway. Got a second life. Oh, another life, sorry. Should take care of the rest of them. Now this is where it kind of messed up last time, because it's supposed to go to the subway, and it just hung on it. So I don't know if it's going to do it again, or I mean, maybe it's a loading thing, possibly, but it shouldn't take that long to load. I'm not getting anything, am I? Right, so this is a bit of a bulk copy then. But at least you got to see Final Fight. So we'll move on to something that does work. In fact, I'll play Terminator before I play AD&D. Can't remember whether this is... Yeah, so I need to switch. This is one of those ones where I need to switch to BIOS. To... Let's have a look. I'm going to load it again. Here we go. Update the tile. This has got some amazing music. So the video you're seeing here is quite compressed, and that's basically what this system could do back though, you know, because it's proper video. There were some ones that were better, but I think things like Road Adventure are more animated based. It wasn't as bad, you know, to replicate that as a video. But this is coming from, I think, actual video itself. So I'm not going to go through the story. So you get this nice transition, and this is fairly similar to the one on the Mega Drive, but I think a lot of people said that this was like a remake of the Mega Drive one. So let's start the game. Jump, fire, and I think A was throw a grenade, but we don't have any. Don't know if the music will kick in. So we might have a piddly weapon at the moment, but it will get better when we get an upgrade to it. I don't think the music is going to kick in at the moment, which is annoying because the music on here is really nice. Oh, I know why it's going on. Shit. Let's just do it for me. No, can I? Yeah, I can. There we go. That should be an upgrade to the machine gun. Oh, well, it's not, it's a plasma weapon, isn't it? So... And then you'll get another one that'll make the shots a lot bigger as well. Oops. Gotta be careful. I'm doing so well in health at the moment. That's fine. Gotta go this way anyway. Ah, shit. I think this has been set on normal, which can be very hard. I can't remember which way I'm supposed to go. Is it this way? Ah, that's just extra light, so that's fine. Oh, God. I think there's another guy coming. No. Got 9 grenades, so it should be okay. careful here. Because that was why, and I think there's another one, yeah. And I forgot to jump. Yeah, in the easier version you don't get that enemy coming in so quickly. Right, so that should be that finished now. Don't know why it's not playing the music. Shit. Well, that's the Terminator anyway. Sorry, I'm just getting bored of this a bit. I'm also interested as to why it's not running the music, but not sure. So I had the Beholder. And that's the American version, that's fine. So you've got the mouse type interface, but you're doing it with a D-pad. And we can just start a default party. Text goes too fast in this game. Probably had music as well that you can't hear. I tried streaming on Twitch too, maybe. Yeah, this streams as well to. This should be streaming as well to Twitch. In fact, let me just check it is working. Because it should be. Yep, that's working. So it is on Twitch as well. I've got something called Restream.io, and what that does is it lets me stream to both sides. I suppose I should put the stream, the Twitch stream up as well. It's just because I'm usually doing it the other way around, but I only use my Twitch for live streaming. And that's really for it, to be honest. So, this is the ease move my character around, because this was originally a mouse-driven game. You can see these rocks on here that I can pick up and give to the mage or the cleric. Give it to the mage. Turn around. That's all of them. Press his face. Just go up. Someone's got some lockpicks by the looks of things, so that can be given to the thief, who's already got some. I can't go that way. Side tip to the left. Click the lever. Knew there was someone there. So how do I do this, Jay? Ah, okay. There's something strange here. Cold bowl room for entrance. I think I've been that way. Oh wait, is it a spinner? No. Another entrance one. Press the button here. Something's there, I can see it on the floor there. Alright, switch the cleric for the thief. Thief can stay at the back. Maybe throw some rocks or something like that. What's this? Short sword. Mage doesn't have anything apart from skills, and that's a short sword as well. magic. I think that's a cleric scroll actually. Got some daggers. Problem is you can't sell in this game, so there's no point in wasting time picking up stuff thinking, oh, I'll get rid of it later. That's a pressure pad. Some food rations. I need to be closer to. Oh god. Getting tired playing this game. Problem is this game is it's a slow game, but it's one of those ones where it's better to do with the mouse than the joypad, because with the mouse you can just move it around. In fact, will this actually pick up the mouse? Let's see if it will do. Because that would be interesting to see if it does. Yeah, no, it's not picking up the mouse at all. Oh, wait a minute. Wonder whether it'll let me. Let's see if it will pick up the mouse on a second. Here we go. Mouse version. Let's see if we can play this with the mouse, because the Mega Drive did have a mouse. It was called the Mega Mouse. Only a few games were supported for it. So let's see if we can do this way, because you can see I'm not slowly moving around. I can do it very quickly now, which is really what this game was designed to do. That's why it's on things like PC and Amiga and ST. You see the difference now. Let's right click. So cleric's got a level of experience. Sure you can get all of the stats. Yes you can. And there's your stats. You can't upgrade them. They upgrade automatically. Map of the level. Didn't know you could get the map on this version. Oh, this here allows you to rest the party, which is something you'll need, and to memorize spells or pray for them. Now, how do I get hold of the map of the... Where's my joypad? Maybe it's a particular... Buttons on here don't work. I thought I'd try new features on Twitch, so trying a hosting of your channel, see if a few people might join. Okay, no problem, thanks. I need to get my... Oh, thank you for following as well. I've just seen that on the mini feed. Mini feed doesn't always update. I need to fix it. So I also need to get the sound, so when somebody does follow or host for me, it can pick stuff up. I just need to... You see, I can see the stream chat. Yeah, it says it's now hosting, so thanks for that. It just needs to pick up the YouTube side, which it doesn't do. It picks up the Twitch side when you're speaking to me, but not the... But then again, Restream will pick up both, which is good. Let's see if I can do some spells. And the mage has no spells. That's not fucking good. Let's turn this book off. Yeah, I need to get that stuff sorted soon. Start getting my stream more aesthetic. Yeah. I haven't even started looking at doing aesthetic stuff yet. So what we got? We got some... I think that's cleric skulls, because I think... Oh, it's mage. This is cleric. So you can see the difference in colour, and that's the way to tell the difference. So we've got bless for cleric. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scribe some spells, so that means people can start using them. So if I scribe scroll, and if I click here, oh, armor, and memorize spells. Okay, so the mage, what should I get him to do? I'll do one magic missile. One more magic missile. And the acid arrow. So that's in his book. Then we're going to rest the party. Rest until healed. So apparently we can save the game, but I'm not gonna carry this much further on. Probably gonna spend another 10 minutes on this because I've got a few more things to go through. I have 3 more cores anyway. But this is actually not a bad version of Eye of the Beholder. The graphics are certainly different than the Amiga and ST versions. This slimy, smelly drain pipe reveals nothing. This wasn't the only AD&D game written for computers and consoles. There have been quite a few over the years. Now, I should be able to attack. That's that one. The thief can't attack the thieves in the back row. We got to see the mage using a spell. Do you know which consoles had them? I'd like to look at getting a few in the future, especially if we can find a console to play on. Some of them are quite old, to be honest. I mean, you've got this here, which is the Mega CD, which is the add-on for the Mega Drive. Some of the other ones are like the Intellivision. They had one game on that. And then there's some PC ones as well. Just have a quick check. The Mega Drive also had Dungeons and Dragons Warriors for the Eternal Sun. That was another one. There was a lot of them on the old PC games, like gold box ones like Pool of Radiance. Pool of Radiance then got another remake in, I think it was 2000s. Got the Eye of the Beholder series. The Archer went on DOS as well. Heroes of the Lance, which was on the Master System and Spectrum. This does remind me of a DS game I used to play. I believe it's called Orcs and Elves. Very similar, different, of course, more modern. Yeah, that was written by ID Software, and yeah, it's the same style, because this is not quite how it started. This style of game was originally started by Dungeon Master. In fact, let me just see if that's... So this is Dungeon Master 2. Not sure how different this is going to be. So as far as I remember, most of the games for D&D is usually PC, and it's usually older PC stuff. But you do have some on console. Let's skip this bit. Hopefully this will pick up the mouse as well, but there's no telling. But I'll wait until I'll wait for this to pick up. Here we go. So can I? So yeah, this is working with the mouse. So I'm going to change this to Dungeon Master 2. Update this. Right, so I'll show you this. So this is a sequel of a game that came out in... When did Dungeon Master come out? Around 1987 it came out, Dungeon Master. So this came out in 1993. Ports for that game... So Dungeon Master came out on the SNES, the Atari ST, FM Towns, PC 9800, and I believe Amiga was definitely one of those. DOS, Apple II, Amiga, MS-DOS, and you can see it follows the same format. I think this is a bit more expanded upon. So you can see that you've got the same style here. It looks rougher, but this is because that's how they started it. So what we got? We got a dagger. What are these? Gold coin, silver coin, green gem. Oh, looks like you can do shops in here. Possibly. Looks like a Minecraft inventory, yeah. But that's how they did it back then. So this looks like how we can get more characters. That's a nice way of doing it. Okay, can't open that. But I can open this one. Don't know why she doesn't have a weapon. So I need a fourth person. I'm just gonna go off these randomly just to have a quick look. It's a bigger area. There we go. Ladder up. Oh, wait a minute. And the thing is about CD is it's going to have a bit more longer loading times, so... Not sure what to do to the chest. Oh, you can move the chest around. Not chest. The table around. That's quite good. I'm sure there's a coin on there, but I can't seem to... Money box. The bag. Magic map. And a key. So he's already got a bag, but has anybody else got one? Assuming that's a bag? No, that's a money box, right, okay. It's a coin. And it's another coin, so one of these needs a bag. to him. Come on, give me the bag. Oh, you've opened it. I didn't want you to open it, but never mind. So we've got apple, bread, cheese, a shank. That'll be a lamp shank. Another apple. Nothing else in the bag. Surely you can let me pick it up though. Thank you. Okay. Stick it in the hand for now. Someone can have a money box. Go there. Go there. Yeah, so this is not, again, this is not probably the most exciting games you're ever going to see, but again, it's one of those ones, so it's worth having a play with it. Definitely not an actually one that I'm in the mood for at the moment. So, but it just shows you that these type of games have existed. So if you've seen any games like it that are modern, like Sam said about Orcs and Elves, another modern one of these will be oh, what's that game? I can't remember the game now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Is it a secret of something or other? A castle of something or other? A dungeon of something or other? Dungeon Master. Let's have a look. Dungeon Master Remake. PC. What was it called? Dungeon Master Clones. Modern Clones. Nope, doesn't have it. I can't remember what the clone was called, but there was one fairly modern one that was released a few years ago, and I had a sequel. And I did do a map of this. Yeah, it's pretty well made. It does have a nice interface and it works well. So you've got your right to attack. Is that right to attack or is it left to attack? Yeah, so it's this time this is left to attack. So you're going to slash, stab or throw. So stab on that one. You've got a cooldown. And then you can throw it. And then you'll have to go and pick it up again. So that's this game. Anyway, I'm not going to continue with this one. I'm going to have a look at a different game. Let's have a look. Right. Let's go for a bit of Earthworm Jim. Let's make sure that the mouse is off. That'll be because it's not the correct ROM. I think this is EU. Fire whip jump. No, I don't like that. That's better. That's better. That's what I wanted. This game is very crazy. I remember the cartoon being just as balmy. Damn crows. Come on. They should have some music as well, but again, the CD release is not working. As in the CD portion of the game's not working. As in the music CD portion is not working. The music behind this was actually quite good. Yeah, I'm not very good at doing this side. That's better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to use the gun at that point.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's better. He's to come to shoot that way. Shit. Can I jump this way? Probably not, no. No surprises. Wish your jump mechanics would work properly sometimes, but it's not the jump mechanics, it's my joypad that's a bit shit, to be honest. Right, so this is the boss. More. I'm dead. Yep. Let's see if we can kill this boss. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. Yeah. Let's have a look at somebody else. I'd like to have a look at Flashback, but yeah, it plays as the same as the other one. Night Trap, I'm not gonna go. Oh, maybe I should go have a look at Night Trap. Okay, Night Trap was a cheesy. Yeah, it's the American version. Night Trap is a cheesy. I don't know what you call it. Because basically you've got cameras in a lot of different rooms and you've got to check them on them all. But there's these enemies that are trying to get the girls in the apartment, and you've got to stop them from doing it. And it was known as a band game, was it? Through some scene that actually didn't really happen, but it was politicians basically looking at it going, oh, this is a really bad game, we'll try and kind of stop it. And look it up, you'll see what Night Trap was about, but as in the controversy behind it. But
Mission 230. 5 teenage girls have disappeared after spending the night at the old Lakeshore Winery house of Mr. and Mrs. Victor Martin and their children, Jeff and Sarah. Right now, another 5 girls are headed towards the Martins to spend the night. Your mission? Protect those girls from whatever happened to the last ones. Now listen up. Last night, one of our agents got into the house and found some kind of weird security system. Hidden cameras in almost every room and a series of traps. Our agent spliced an override into the security system, allowing you to have control of the cameras and the traps with this remote unit. Use the traps to capture anyone or anything that endangers the lives of those girls. But make sure you don't trap someone you should be protecting. One slight problem. The traps are protected with an access code. They won't work unless you enter the right code. Right now, the code is set to blue, and you have control of the traps. But anyone inside the house can change that code at any time. So to pay close attention to what they're saying. Our override cable is here in hallway 1. If anyone disconnects it, you lose control. For good. This is my attack squad. And this is Kelly, one of my best undercover agents. She'll be arriving with the rest of the girls. I'm putting her life and the lives of those other girls in your hands, so don't even think messing up. If you don't have the brains or the guts for this assignment, give the controls to someone who does. The girls should be pulling into the driveway. You're wasting time. Get over there now! Looks like you're not up to this mission. Breaking contact.
Well. Oh, I suppose I had to go and click start at that point. Yeah, you did. Right, so I can check on different areas where we press the A button, moving left and right. Oh, pressing. Can I get them? Yes, no. Okay, nothing's happening. So it's blue access, I think. Oh shit, hang on a minute. I just realised something. I needed to listen to the beginning bit because that's the access to get rid of those with the bad guys. And yeah, it's cheesy as hell, is this, but this is what we had in the 90s, alright? Right, I've got to listen to the beginning bit now. Because I bet it changes it. And that's the access point he was talking about. I can't remember the controversy of this was. It of what it? I think they just didn't like the idea of girls being protected in quotes, but it was fairly tame.
Clear.
We have picture.
I'm Commander Sims of the Sega Control Attack Team. Scat Mission 230. 5 teenage girls have disappeared after spending the night at the old Lakeshore Winery house of Mr. and Mrs. Victor Martin and their children, Jeff and Sarah. Right now, another 5 girls are headed towards the Martins to spend the night. Your mission? Protect those girls from whatever happened to the last ones. Now listen up. Last night, one of our agents got into the house and found some kind of weird security system. Hidden cameras in almost every room and a series of traps. Our agent spliced an override into the security system, allowing you to have control of the cameras and the traps with this remote unit. Use the traps to capture anyone or anything that endangers the lives of those girls. But make sure you don't trap someone you should be protecting. One slight problem. The traps are protected with an access code. They won't work unless you enter the right code. Right now the code is set to blue, and you have control of the traps.
Right, so it's blue. That's fine.
Anyone inside the house can change that code at any time. So pay close attention to what they're saying.
Right, okay, so we're on blue, that's fine. So the signal on the middle is the one saying whether let's have a look. So I was supposed to I need to listen to some of it, but that's them turning up. That's something that went on.
Oh, Jeffrey, don't be so selfish. Think of the poor, starving augurs.
Those animals.
They're here.
Good. change pretty soon, huh? I mean, we're on our own tonight. So? So? You heard him. We got 6. That's gotta be some kind of record. Yeah, well, I don't think you understand, Jeff. I'm not interested in that stuff anymore.
So desktop audio up a bit more. If I can. Right, so they've gone out, so I need to go on somewhere else. Something's going on.
Ashley, hi. Megan, hey. Lisa, hi.
They've been introduced. And I've missed something. Can I get the guy? Captured one.
That's weird, Eddie. He just wanted.
I missed those guys. So I'm basically bashing the B button.
Oh, no, thank you.
But I will show you the real awful
Control, check out the the number they did.
It was a music number they're doing part in this video. Yeah, I missed those guys. Problem is, there's nothing that really you can see. No, can't get those. That will let you know where they are. You've basically just got to flick around and...
Victor and I have to make a visit to the augers tonight. A delivery, actually. I'm sure you and the boys can take care of everything here. I understand. Good night, Father.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Sarah. Good night. Good night. Bye.
Bye, girls. Have fun. Curious little bunch. What's wrong?
Well, there's something about Kelly.
Woman's intuition again, huh?
Oh, Victor, you monster. Let's have the boys change the code to be safe.
Change the codes. Which fucking codes? Shit. Caught another few. I think we're about to do the cheesy number in a bit.
Sarah, your parents are leaving.
So, Sarah, we're in this huge house with all your friends. We have telephones, we have a car, your parents are...
Ah, damn it. Access denied. Shit. They've changed the capture thing. I need to find out which one it is very quickly. It's not this one, I don't think. It's not yellow. Oh, it's not, it's him. Damn it. Fuck. It's not blue. I'm sure it's green then. No, it's not green. Fuck off. This is yellow.
I think someone's taking control of the system.
We'll see if you can get it fixed. If not, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
I could take on a weekend. I got plans.
Yeah. Come on, everyone. I'll show you to your room. Okay. Lisa. Bye. Come on, Lisa.
Look, it was your job to protect Kelly and the rest of those girls. From what I've just seen, the place is being overrun. You've missed way too many of those suckers. Until you figure out how to do your job, you're dismissed. Breaking contact.
And there you go. That is Night Trap. It's one of those ones to get your head round. I can't remember whether it was well received or not. So I mean, it's a nice idea, but it's a bit annoying as well. I was hoping to get them to get you guys to see the silly number they did, but it's probably online, so you could probably go and check out what they were singing. They were singing basically the Night Trap theme tune, I think, in one of the videos. Whilst all this was going on. But yeah, that's... In fact, that might be the track now. Yeah, I think that was the track. So yeah, there you go. That's that one. Okay, maybe a new core this time. So we got... What did it add to it? I think other than that, I think that's all I pretty much added, really. Sam Coupe had some stuff on it, but I think we looked at that last time. So if anybody's got any ideas of what they want to play, please speak up. I could go back to the Genesis, which is a Mega Drive. I could stay on Mega CD. I could go back to... oh, I do have another arcade one that I do remember I do have. Where is Tapper? You're up for anything? Okay, no problem. So this is Tapper. Can be quite difficult. Spectrum version is a lot easier than this. I don't have Centipede, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry. I've just lost the track of where that went then, so I'm going to guess. And that was a good guess. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. It gets very crazy. So if that hadn't happened, the glass would have dropped, and I've lost a life at that point. So get this. No, that was almost. That would have been another life loss when you serve someone who doesn't exist in a bar. Yeah. Probably best to run and catch that one, but never mind. So as you can see, the money distracts a few people, not all. It does give you a bit of a breather. I think it gives you bonus points as well. Ah. Yep, so too bloody late. Give it a not a bad score. I usually get to that point, but on the Spectrum version, I think I can loop it, so that's not so bad. I think I'm gonna play for the 15 minutes and then call it a video. So I'm just trying to think of what I want to play. Could have another go at Batman, not Batman, Pac-Man, the Manic Miner version. See if I can get around that again. It's not on here though, is it? Yeah, because this is the alternative version. Here we go. Yeah, apologies for the background music, it's not the best. Shit, that was too early. Oh, come on. So the first two areas, as I found out early on in this stream, were fairly simple to do. It's the third one that's a bit iffy. It's this one. Oh no, I got past this one. I do apologise. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, that's a bit annoying because he should be able to pick that up on that jump. It's this one that's had the issue. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that one then. Come on, I jumped on that. I should be okay with this one. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay, so I can jump over here. Oh, you can piss off. Because that jump on a Spectrum version is pixel perfect, as is this one. But the annoying thing is, this is a much meaner game, to be fair. Yeah. Let's play something a bit better than that. I mean, it's not awful, it's just, especially with the hardware that it's running on, I think it's a bit mean though. Okay, let's have a look. Mega Drive, let's finish off on the Mega Drive. Always good. Play a bit of Golden X2, I think. And I can update the stream title. Oh, not the title, but the game. Which was stuck on Earthworm Jim for quite a bit. Alright, it's normal game. Dwarf as usual. Ah, kicked the wrong way. Okay, so I can hold down magic. And that means I can select how powerful I want the magic, which is good. Usually I'll just go for the maximum amount, especially with a dwarf. So I'm just going to skip the small cutscene bits. Shit. Come on, give me some slack. Hate skeletons because they're mean. See, nah, I want to go around that one to take it out. Skeletons are still pretty bad in Golden Axe. As in, they're fairly tough. Oh, it's silly game logic. Yeah, with the whole blur for everything. Just a good indicator of knowing that you know it's dead. Not see you. Right, now I can start moving around because I should have been doing that before. But the problem is, like I said, the skeletons just hit you. It could have been a memory restriction, or maybe they just wanted to keep in line with the original arcade board, which had the same. Which is quite likely. Being hit by a serrated blade is probably not a good feeling. Yeah, I'll continue on. Ah, shit, should have carried on. He probably does. Maybe a bit of a deeper throat sounding. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, there you go. Start 9 strength again because I reset after that. After the continue. Now I've got 4 of them after me. See if I can get one of you off. Straight out. Oh no, not me as well. Fuck's sake. Yeah, these are how dumb the enemies are. And you're going down. Three birds with one stone, yep. You gone. And, oh no, it's used you as well now. Come on, run after me. No? Okay. Should be the bosses now. Meant to. Now, that's what I wanted. Forgot how tough this could be. That's that. Just making sure you're moving, like in the first one. $39. Let them jump up because it'll take a while to attack you anyway. So technically this is cheesing it, but when you're up against skeletons, preferable. Can't get back up again now. That's you gone. That's good, you're on that side. That's what I wanted. Just try and aggro them a bit at a time, he says. Got my good position now pretty much. There's a fire breathing one there. Come on. Oh, come on, bloody thing. It's not like Streets of Rage where you could get out of that. stupid. That's what's that. Mind you, they do get harder, so... See, I'm pressing attack when he's hitting me, but because I'm being stun locked, it's not possible entirely. It's better. Screw it up again, especially by not looking at the way I should have done. Right, last credit. It's worse when I double team it on you. Should be 2 that comes out now, I think. Yeah. Not close enough. So there you go, that's Golden X2. Yeah, I suck at that one. I'm better at the first one. I think the thing with the second one is it can be a bit difficult at times. So anyway, thanks for everybody turning up and chatting with me. Maybe I'll do this again, I don't know. I'll have to wait until I get the 16 gig version to get some more games on this, because I've chewed up. In fact, I'll show you. Yep, certainly been fun. Let me just do a quick reboot of this. I'll show you how much space I've got left. Yeah, 694 meg. So not that much space. And that's from an 8 gig card. And I don't have that many ROMs on this. So a lot of it was taken up by the install when I did the update. So once I get a 16 gig card, I should be able to put a shitload more stuff on, and maybe get a lot more arcade stuff on. I also need to look at why the 1942 and 1943 isn't working at the moment. I don't know whether I just need to shift that into the core ROMs. Should I do that? I need the MRAs as well, I think. I have to do that later. So yeah, I'll sort it out later. But anyway, thanks for everybody who's turning up and having a chat, and I'll see you then. Well, I'll see you soon, actually. So, bye-bye.